Welcome to a deep dive into the world of WWE, where we bring you stories that are both emotional and impactful. In today's video, we'll talk about the tragic losses of wrestling legends who left us far too soon. We'll uncover the causes of their untimely, from devastating health issues to other shocking circumstances, and how their passings changed the wrestling world forever. And that's not all. We also have some very sad news about Drew McIntyre. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Christin Able, 1984 to 2016, was a talented professional wrestler who made a meaningful impact on the independent wrestling scene in the United States. Driven by a deep passion for wrestling, she dedicated herself to rigorous training, honing her skills and developing a dynamic in-ring style. Able made her wrestling debut in the early 2000s and quickly caught the attention of fans and peers alike with her athleticism, charisma, and commitment to the sport. Throughout her career, Christin demonstrated impressive versatility, competing in various independent promotions and consistently delivering high-energy matches that engaged and entertained audiences. Her ability to connect with fans and convey emotion through her performances made her a standout competitor. Known for her work ethic and continual pursuit of improvement, Able earned the respect and admiration of many within the wrestling community. Tragically, Christin's life and career were cut short when she, at the young age of 31 or 32. Her untimely was met with shock and sorrow across the wrestling world, as fellow wrestlers and fans mourned the loss of a promising talent. Tributes poured in, celebrating her contributions to wrestling and the bright future she seemed to hold. Beyond her in-ring accomplishments, Christin Able's story serves as a reminder of the challenges professional wrestlers often face, including the pressures of the industry and mental health struggles. Her legacy continues to inspire aspiring wrestlers, encouraging them to pursue their dreams while also emphasizing the importance of self-care and support. Though her career was brief, Christin's spirit and passion for wrestling live on in the hearts of those who knew her and the fans who admired her work. Mike von Erich, born on March 2, 1964, was a member of the legendary Von Erich wrestling family, one of the most influential dynasties in professional wrestling during the 1980s. As the son of Fritz von Erich, a wrestling icon, and younger brother to Kevin Carey and Chris von Erich, Mike grew up deeply embedded in the wrestling world, especially within the Texas wrestling scene and the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. Starting his wrestling career in the mid-1980s, Mike faced the heavy burden of living up to the Von Erich family name. Unlike his older brothers, who had already established themselves as top stars, Mike initially struggled to find his own place in the ring. The pressure to succeed was immense, and early on he faced challenges in developing his skills and confidence. However, over time, Mike began to develop a unique wrestling style and charisma that resonated with fans. His breakthrough came when he joined World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, the family's promotion, where the Von Erich name was a major draw. There, Mike engaged in memorable matches and rivalries, most notably against the infamous Fabulous Freebirds, a feud that helped define the era and cement his place in wrestling history. Despite his growing career, Mike's life was overshadowed by personal struggles. The Von Erich family endured multiple tragedies, losing several of Mike's brothers at young ages, which took a severe emotional toll. Battling depression and the pressures of fame, Mike tragically died by suicide at just 23 years old. Mike von Erich's story is a somber reminder of the mental health challenges that many wrestlers face behind the scenes. Though his life was brief, his legacy endures through the lasting impact of the Von Erich family on professional wrestling and the lessons about the costs of life in the spotlight. Thomas Billington, better known as Dynamite Kid, was born on December 5, 1958, in England, and went on to become one of professional wrestling's most influential pioneers. Renowned for his incredible athleticism, technical prowess, and groundbreaking high-flying style, Dynamite Kid helped redefine what wrestling could be. He initially made his mark in the British wrestling scene before gaining international fame in the 1980s. His journey took him to Japan's All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW, where he impressed fans with his fast-paced, hard-hitting matches, and then to the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE. In the WWF, Dynamite Kid formed the legendary tag team called the British Bulldogs with his cousin, Davey Boy Smith. Together, they became one of the era's most beloved and skilled teams, capturing the WWF Tag Team Championship in 1986. Their matches were renowned for blending technical precision with explosive energy, facing off against stars like Bret Hart and Randy Savage. As a singles competitor, Dynamite Kid was equally respected for his intense, realistic in-ring style, showcasing agility and toughness that made his bouts unforgettable. Dynamite Kid's influence on wrestling is profound. He inspired countless wrestlers who followed, especially those who emphasized technical skill and high-flying maneuvers, styles that dominate modern wrestling today. Despite facing serious physical challenges later in life, including health problems linked to his grueling career, his legacy remains untarnished. Dynamite Kid, from complications related to a stroke. His was mourned deeply by fans and peers alike, but it also cemented his status as a true pioneer who helped shape professional wrestling's evolution. His impact continues to resonate, inspiring new generations inside the ring and beyond. Nicole Bass, born on August 10, 1964, was a pioneering figure in professional wrestling, remembered for her remarkable presence and strength in the 1990s wrestling scene. Before stepping into the squared circle, Nicole built a successful career as a model. Her striking looks and magnetic charisma caught attention, setting the stage for her transition into wrestling. Bass made her wrestling debut in the mid-1990s, quickly gaining recognition in major promotions such as the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. Her towering stature and athleticism made her stand out in a male-dominated industry where she challenged the traditional limits placed on female wrestlers. Known for her powerful in-ring style, Nicole was not only a physical force but also a captivating personality, often playing roles that highlighted her strength and determination. Throughout her career, Bass helped to elevate women's wrestling by proving that female athletes could hold their own in intense competitive matches. She broke barriers by competing alongside men and carving a space for women who wanted to be seen as equals in the sport. Nicole's contributions inspired many female wrestlers who followed, encouraging them to embrace their power and skill unapologetically. Outside the ring, Nicole Bass was a passionate advocate for health and fitness. She motivated countless fans and peers alike with her commitment to a healthy lifestyle, emphasizing the importance of strength and wellness. Her influence extended beyond wrestling, showing that dedication to one's body and mind could lead to success in any arena. Nicole Bass, but her legacy lives on as a trailblazer who forever changed the landscape of women's wrestling. She remains a beloved figure among fans and an inspiration to athletes everywhere. Adrian Street, born December 5, 1940, in Merthyr Tydfil, Wales, was a trailblazing professional wrestler and entertainer, celebrated for his flamboyant style and lasting impact on the wrestling world. Starting his career in the 1950s, Street quickly stood out with a unique blend of athleticism and charisma, pioneering a daring persona that blurred traditional lines of masculinity and femininity, something truly groundbreaking in his era. Over the decades, Street wrestled for major promotions, including the WWF and WCW, where his vivid costumes, theatrical makeup, and captivating performances made him a standout character. Known for his colorful outfits and fearless showmanship, he left fans and fellow wrestlers alike with unforgettable memories. In the ring, Street was more than just a showman. He was a skilled grappler and multiple-time champion, but his influence went far beyond titles. He became an early advocate for LGBTQ+ representation in professional wrestling, inspiring many with his authenticity and courage at a time when such openness was rare in the sport. Adrian Street's legacy lies in his bold challenge to societal norms and his dedication to the craft of wrestling. He helped expand what it meant to be a wrestling entertainer and opened doors for future performers who sought to bring more diversity and personality to the sport. Street left behind a profound influence on wrestling. The community remembers him not only for his in-ring accomplishments, but also for his pioneering spirit and fearless individuality. His life and career continue to inspire wrestlers and fans, marking him as a true icon and trailblazer in professional wrestling history. Dean Ho, born March 21, 1936, is a retired professional wrestler who left a lasting mark on the wrestling world during the 1960s and 1970s. Hailing from Hawaii, Ho began his wrestling journey in the early 1950s, training under the renowned wrestler and promoter Sam Steamboat. His natural athleticism and commitment quickly distinguished him, helping him build a strong reputation across various wrestling promotions throughout the United States. Ho is best remembered for his time competing in major organizations like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, which later became WWE. Throughout his career, he impressed fans with his technical wrestling prowess, combining solid mat skills with a charismatic presence. Dean Ho was also known for his high-flying moves and inventive techniques, which were quite advanced for his era. These skills helped him engage in memorable rivalries with some of wrestling's biggest names and earned him respect from both fans and fellow wrestlers. Beyond his in-ring accomplishments, Dean Ho contributed significantly behind the scenes as a trainer and mentor. His deep knowledge of wrestling and passion for the sport led him to help shape the careers of many younger wrestlers, influencing the next generation of talent. His dedication to teaching and developing wrestlers is often cited as part of his enduring legacy. After retiring from active competition, Ho remained connected to the wrestling community, frequently attending events and sharing his experiences with fans and peers alike. Today, Dean Ho is remembered not only for his impressive athleticism and showmanship, but also for his sportsmanship and lasting influence on professional wrestling. His contributions both inside and outside the ring have cemented his place as a respected figure in wrestling history. Don Serrano is a retired professional wrestler best remembered for his impactful career in various regional wrestling promotions across the United States during the 1980s and early 1990s. Born on July 6, 1961, Serrano's fascination with wrestling began early. Inspired by the dynamic and larger-than-life wrestlers he admired on television. Driven by this passion, he trained diligently, developing a skill set and in-ring persona that connected strongly with wrestling fans. Serrano debuted on the wrestling scene in the early 1980s, quickly making a name for himself with his athleticism and magnetic presence. Competing primarily in independent circuits, he gained respect for a high-energy wrestling style that skillfully combined technical wrestling with exciting high-flying moves. This versatility made his matches engaging and showcased his adaptability as a performer. Over the course of his career, Serrano shared the ring with many notable wrestlers of his time, enhancing the competitive atmosphere of the regional wrestling scene. He was especially known for his tag team work, where his ability to build strong chemistry and teamwork with partners helped deliver memorable matches. Although he never reached the superstar status of some peers, his relentless dedication and enthusiasm earned him a loyal fan base and the respect of fellow wrestlers. Following his in-ring career, Don Serrano shifted his focus to mentoring aspiring wrestlers, passing on his knowledge and passion to help nurture new talent. His legacy, built through both his memorable performances and his contributions behind the scenes, continues to be appreciated by the wrestling community and fans who experienced his work firsthand. David von Erich, born July 22, 1958, was a standout American professional wrestler and an integral member of the legendary Von Erich family, a wrestling dynasty rooted deeply in Texas. Known as the Yellow Rose of Texas, David was celebrated for his blend of athleticism, charisma, and intense in-ring presence, which quickly made him one of the top stars of world-class championship wrestling, WCCW, the Dallas-based promotion where the Von Erich name reigned supreme. Standing an imposing 6 feet 7 inches and weighing about 240 pounds, David combined strong technical wrestling skills with a natural ability to connect emotionally with the audience. His wrestling style was both powerful and precise, helping him carve out a distinct identity within a family full of wrestling legends. He played a crucial role in WCCW's booming popularity in the early 1980s, captivating fans with his heart and determination. One of the defining chapters of David's career was his bitter rivalry with the Fabulous Freebirds, a feud that remains one of the most iconic and heated in professional wrestling history. Their clashes were filled with drama, passion, and unforgettable moments that helped elevate both WCW and Texas wrestling on the national stage. Many insiders saw David as the heir apparent to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, believing he had the talent and presence to become a future world champion. However, tragedy struck when David unexpectedly, at just 25 years old during a tour in Japan. The official cause was acute enteritis, but his untimely has since been surrounded by speculation and wrestling lore. Despite his brief career, David von Erich's legacy endures. His passion, skill, and the deep connection he built with fans continue to make him a beloved figure in wrestling history, symbolizing the golden era of Texas wrestling and the enduring spirit of the Von Erich family. Drew McIntyre, born Andrew McLean Galloway IV, is widely recognized as one of WWE's most formidable and determined performers. Known for his towering presence, relentless intensity, and never-say-die attitude, McIntyre has forged a path in professional wrestling that few can rival. However, behind the glitz of championship gold and sold-out arenas lies a story marked by pain, injury, and perseverance, a testament to his warrior spirit both inside and outside the ring. While WWE fans have witnessed McIntyre's incredible highs, including his rise to WWE champion status and headline matches at WrestleMania, fewer fully appreciate the toll his career has taken on his body. Among the many challenges McIntyre has faced, a particularly harrowing incident during the 2020 Hell in a Cell event stands out as one of the most physically and mentally grueling moments of his career. This event, combined with a series of injuries and health concerns over the years, has tested McIntyre's resilience and shaped the man fans now admire. The Hell in a Cell nightmare, a fall that changed everything. In October 2020, Drew McIntyre was part of a brutal Hell in a Cell match, a WWE specialty known for its unforgiving environment and high stakes. The match type is infamous for its punishing physicality, steel structures, and dangerous spots that push wrestlers to the limits. For McIntyre, this particular match became a defining moment, not just for the spectacle but for the near-catastrophic injury he suffered. During the match, McIntyre took a massive fall that he would later describe as the worst fall of his life. The impact was so severe that, for a fleeting moment, he feared he had broken his neck and back. Injuries that could have ended his career, or worse, left him paralyzed. The fall left him in excruciating pain. Yet McIntyre's trademark toughness shone through as he continued to compete despite his injury. Adding to the severity of the moment, McIntyre bit through his own tongue during the chaos, leading to heavy bleeding that made the ordeal even more harrowing. Wrestling through pain, internal bleeding, and the fear of permanent injury took a monumental mental toll. Yet, McIntyre pressed on, embodying the gritty resolve that has become his hallmark. After the match, McIntyre underwent thorough medical examinations to determine the extent of his injuries. Miraculously, no fractures were found in his spine or neck, but the trauma left him with intense physical pain and discomfort that lingered long after the spotlight faded. The internal bleeding in his tongue complicated his recovery and added to the painful aftermath. In interviews, McIntyre has candidly reflected on the experience as one of the most challenging moments in his career, emphasizing the combination of physical agony and mental strain it imposed. The Hell in a Cell fall was a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in professional wrestling and underscored the fine line performers walk every time they step into the ring. The journey of injuries, more than just one fall. While the 2020 Hell in a Cell incident stands out as a particularly dramatic moment, Drew McIntyre's career has been punctuated by numerous other injuries, each of which tested his endurance and passion for the sport. Torn biceps injury, 2018. One of the major setbacks in McIntyre's career occurred in 2018 during his second run with WWE. At a critical juncture when McIntyre was gaining traction as a major player on the roster, he suffered a torn biceps injury that required surgery and months of rehabilitation. The injury struck at a pivotal time when McIntyre was on the cusp of breaking through to the main event scene. The road to recovery was long and grueling, involving extensive physical therapy and strength rebuilding. However, his determination never wavered. McIntyre used the downtime to reflect, retool his in-ring style, and come back stronger. a comeback that culminated in him winning the WWE Championship in 2020. Concussion concerns. Like many top WWE performers who compete in high-impact matches, McIntyre has faced concussion-related challenges throughout his career. WWE's wellness and concussion protocols have evolved significantly over the years, helping to protect wrestlers from long-term brain injuries. McIntyre has been diligent in following these guidelines, prioritizing his health by stepping away from action when necessary and allowing ample time for proper recovery. Despite the risks, McIntyre remains a physical and aggressive in-ring competitor, balancing his intensity with a responsible approach to head trauma. His openness about concussion risks and WWE's commitment to wrestler safety highlight an important cultural shift within professional wrestling. Chronic back pain. One of the lesser-known but persistent issues McIntyre battles is chronic back pain. The physical demands of wrestling, including high-impact moves, repeated falls, and rigorous training, have taken their toll on his spine over the years. While this pain has not forced McIntyre into extended absences, he has openly acknowledged the ongoing need to manage it through therapy, strength training, and medical care. His back pain serves as a reminder that even the most durable wrestlers carry scars beneath the surface, and managing these chronic issues is part of staying competitive at the highest level. Managing the Warrior's body. Drew McIntyre's health regimen. What sets McIntyre apart is not just his ability to endure injuries, but the proactive way he manages his body and health to ensure longevity in a punishing profession. His approach is multifaceted, combining physical care with mental resilience. Rigorous physical therapy. After every major injury, McIntyre commits fully to physical therapy, knowing that proper rehabilitation is critical to avoiding re-injury and regaining full function. Whether recovering from his torn biceps, back issues, or the brutal Hell in a Cell fall, his therapy routine involves a combination of strength training, flexibility work, and pain management. He works closely with medical professionals to tailor his rehab programs, ensuring every session contributes to healing and long-term stability. This dedication to rehab reflects his understanding that recovery is an ongoing process, one that requires patience and discipline. Strength and conditioning. McIntyre's training regimen is designed to build muscle groups that protect vulnerable areas like his back and neck. Weightlifting, conditioning drills, and functional movement exercises help him maintain the power and endurance needed for WWE's demanding schedule while reducing injury risks. By focusing on strength around his core and joints, McIntyre minimizes stress on his spine and other susceptible body parts. This strategic training is part of why he remains a dominant physical presence despite the cumulative damage wrestling inflicts. Medical monitoring and preventative care. Another critical aspect of McIntyre's health management is regular medical checkups. These evaluations allow him and WWE's medical staff to monitor his condition closely and make informed decisions about his in-ring activity. Preventative care includes imaging scans, blood work, and neurological assessments, especially important given his concussion history. This vigilance helps detect potential problems early and adjust his workload to safeguard his health. Mental fortitude and psychological strength beyond the physical side. McIntyre frequently emphasizes mental resilience as a key factor in overcoming injuries. Wrestling is as much a mental challenge as a physical one, especially when battling pain and uncertainty after a severe injury. McIntyre has spoken openly about the psychological hurdles of recovery, the fear, frustration, and doubts that can accompany setbacks. He credits his mental toughness, support system, and personal discipline for helping him stay focused and motivated through adversity. Debunking rumors. The truth behind McIntyre's health status. As a high-profile WWE star, Drew McIntyre's health and career prospects have often been the subject of speculation and rumors. Some accurate, others not. Retirement rumors. After Hell in a Cell injury. Following his terrifying fall in the Hell in a Cell match, widespread rumors circulated that McIntyre might be forced into early retirement due to the severity of his injuries. Fans and wrestling news sites speculated that the fall had caused career-ending damage. However, McIntyre himself dispelled these rumors, clarifying that while the injury was extremely painful and serious, it did not end his career. He emphasized his commitment to returning stronger and continuing to compete at the highest level. Neck surgery speculations. One persistent rumor suggested McIntyre secretly underwent neck surgery after the 2020 injury. Despite the speculation, no credible evidence or official confirmation has ever emerged to support this claim. McIntyre's public statements and WWE medical updates have instead pointed to rehabilitation and conservative care without surgery for that specific incident. This distinction is important to separate fact from fiction in understanding his recovery process. The 2023 absence, not injury-related. In 2023, McIntyre took a notable absence from WWE programming, which sparked fan theories that it was due to lingering issues from the Hell in a Cell injury or other health problems. However, it was later clarified that his time away was primarily due to personal and professional reasons unrelated to injury. This example highlights how rumors often swirl around WWE stars' health, but official information and McIntyre's own transparency provide a clearer picture. Looking ahead, Drew McIntyre's dedication to wrestling's future. Despite the wear and tear his body has endured, Drew McIntyre remains fully committed to professional wrestling. His journey through injuries and recovery has only strengthened his resolve and deepened his respect for the craft. As a seasoned veteran, McIntyre understands the importance of balancing intense competition with long-term health. He is keenly aware that wrestling is a career that demands both physical peak performance and smart management of the body. With WWE's ongoing advancements in wellness policies, medical care, and concussion protocols, McIntyre benefits from an environment increasingly supportive of athlete health. He continues to adapt his in-ring style and training to protect himself while delivering the powerful performances fans expect. Moreover, McIntyre serves as an example for younger talent about the realities of the wrestling lifestyle, including its dangers and the necessity of discipline in recovery and self-care. Conclusion: embodying the warrior's spirit. Drew McIntyre's story is one of incredible resilience and unyielding determination. From the spine-tingling fall in the Hell in a Cell match that nearly ended his career to his ongoing battles with chronic pain and concussion risks, McIntyre has proven time and again that he is a warrior in the truest sense. His ability to overcome adversity, manage injuries, and maintain his physical and mental health underpins his success in WWE. While rumors may occasionally cloud perceptions of his health, McIntyre's own words and performances affirm that he remains one of wrestling's toughest and most dedicated competitors. As Drew McIntyre continues to forge his legacy in WWE, his journey stands as an inspiring example of what it means to face pain head-on and keep fighting no matter the odds. His career is a testament to the warrior spirit, a reminder that true strength lies not just in muscle or skill, but in the courage to rise after every fall.